Top 10 Philosophies to Have a Better Life. Welcome to our channel, The Enchanted Luxury Studio, where we talk about wealth and luxury. The answer to the meaning of life can still consist of a million answers even today. After the number of philosophers who came to pass, there is still no ultimate answer. We can all relate to the desire to figure out the biggest questions about life. Maybe if we know the secret, our lives will be better. Don't worry, even though we don't have the one answer, there are still multiple philosophies out there that offer different perspectives about life in general. The best thing we can do is examine some of this, and maybe we can learn a thing or two. Join us and stay until the end of this video. We will share the 10 philosophies that can help you have a better life. Number 1. ZENO of CITIUM'S Stoicism. We can simply define Stoicism as having ultimate control over your emotions, reactions, and overall outlook in life. It aims to live a positive life through positive actions rather than words. It is important under this philosophy to achieve happiness and a peaceful mind that results from living a virtuous life. One of the best outlooks under the philosophy of Stoicism is the process of taking advantage of misfortunes and turning them into opportunities. Many believe that Stoicism is being apathetic to many things around, but it is a misconception of this philosophy. The goal is not to stop feeling, but to have power over them so you can prevent losing control of any situation. This philosophy prioritizes excellence, and it can be achieved by taking action instead of listening to static noise. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no time arguing what a good man should be one." Number 2. EPICURUS, Epicureanism. Unlike its brother philosophy, hedonism, Epicureanism does not suggest indulging up to the point of oblivion. This philosophy addresses our need to feed our pleasure while taking into consideration what is moral and ethical. You should eat when you're hungry, drink when you're thirsty, do things that satisfy your desires. However, unlike hedonism, it also means being wise enough to know when to stop indulgence. True pleasure can only be achieved by remaining virtuous along your journey. If you eat too much, you'll feel sick eventually, right? Epicureanism has a fail-safe reminder that excess is not happiness, but a form of suffering. It suggests addressing our desires and being aware of the things we can find pleasure from because they keep us alive and happy. However, Epicureanism reminds us that excessive indulgence is bad for us in the long run. Number 3. Lao Tzu's Taoism. Taoism is one of the philosophies that directly connect to our spirituality. It prioritizes balance and harmony over others. Symbolized by the yin and yang, Taoism argues that our actions and non-actions create consequences that affect the universe. In a way, this philosophy holds us accountable for the outcomes we encounter throughout our lives. For this reason, we must gain harmony with everything around us, including nature and humanity as a whole. Taoism teaches us how to maintain a harmonious community of individuals that are stewards of a virtuous lifestyle. As a result, there will be a balance that minimizes negative consequences and will lead us toward a peaceful life. Number 4. Charles Peirce's Pragmatism. Opposite to philosophies that center on spirituality, pragmatism values practical experience. This means that our reality should revolve around the concept of truth. It should be mainly concerned with general and intelligible outlooks. We should depend on practical and tangible facts because they ultimately assist stable and predictable outcomes that prevent unnecessary errors. For example, if you want to mince meat, you should use a sharp knife instead of any other method because it was already tested that sharp knives can successfully mince meat. Practicality is the name of the game in the philosophy of pragmatism. Also, it believes that logical actions and decisions are the driving forces of a well-lived life. Number 5. KIERKEGAARD'S Existentialism. You're probably thinking that existentialism sounds more like a problem than a guide to a better life. If so, you are mistaking it for an existential crisis. On the contrary, existentialism tries to give us the answer about how we should see the true meaning of life. It suggests that instead of focusing on the existential angst we all feel, we should rather be concerned about our own definition of valuable life. We exist not to find meaning but to create it through self-awareness about our values and morality. You will not find the meaning of life in any scriptures. Even the wisest persons you know can't guide you to a meaningful life. It is only you that can dictate the meaning of your life. Our lives are as meaningful as how we treat them. Go ahead and get your favorite beverage and popcorn. Subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Number 6. Walter Pater's Aestheticism. Philosophers under aestheticism stated that life had to be lived intensely with an ideal of beauty. There is pleasure in visual beauty, and the philosophy of aestheticism helps us achieve the maximum happiness that results from seeing them. It indulges itself with the beauty of art around us. Aestheticism does not concern itself with other non-aesthetic factors. It suggests that visual beauty in art should not give importance to any moral or political means but to beauty alone. Even if you don't fully agree that things can be beautiful by only their outer visual and without context, you must admit that looking at beautiful things contributes to our happiness. Sometimes the meaning of life is simply being moved and happy. Fortunately, aesthetics can help in this regard. Number 7. David Foster Wallace, Happiness and Thoughts. David Foster Wallace was more popularly known as a writer. On the other hand, he was a philosopher who wrote theses about different philosophical subject matter. However, we will focus on the center of Wallace's speech in 2005 when he attended Kenyon College before he passed. Wallace's solution to the struggles of everyday life is to control our inner thoughts. True happiness comes from within our minds and reflects outside through compassionate acts. Our emotions are directly impacted by our thoughts after all. Then these emotions will lead to actions that people around us see. Wallace explained that mastering our thoughts can lead to mastering our happiness. Number 8. Socrates' Self-Reflection. The philosophy of self-reflection. It is implied that we should be investigating is our inner selves instead of the broad meaning of life and happiness. Socrates gave importance to the deliberate examination of self. It is necessary that we are self-aware to be happy. Aside from the fact that self-reflection forces us to achieve improvement and reach our best version, it helps us be more empathetic and connected to other people around us. If we truly know ourselves, our understanding of the actions of others broadens. This will have a rippling effect on our genuine happiness and understanding of life. If we truly know ourselves, we already solve half of the mysteries of life. Number 9. PYRRHON of ELIS, Skepticism. Skeptics are not necessarily pessimists. They simply question things with the intent to find irrefutable truths. Skepticism helps us inquire more about pre-established notions. There will be no progress if everyone is agreeable to everything. Skepticism encourages us to constantly investigate and search for innovative solutions. The validity of our assumptions should be examined to prevent errors. Therefore, the philosophy of skepticism is a path to clarity and truth. Number 10. PETRARCH'S Humanism. Contrary to the popular argument that humans are responsible for everything in the wide world, humanism argues that we are only liable for our own destiny. It does not completely deny its faith in humanity, but rather invites us to take more responsibility for the outcomes of our actions. We can impact everything around us for the better if we try harder. Our existence is only valuable if we make it to be. It means that if we want a more compassionate world, it should start with us because the primary solution in creating a better world is to actively participate in better actions as human beings. If we all lead a more virtuous life, we can achieve a better world. Thank you for spending some time with us today. We hope that this video will help you achieve a happier and better life. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching!